Hi, I'm Captain Coppin with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report.
Well, hope y'all are all full of turkey. This week we've been catching some good fish on the King Ranch shoreline, especially when that north wind is blowing. It really kind of, you got to look for the places on the King Ranch that are kind of murked up a little. I don't like to fish that crystal clear stuff. Still a few fish in it, but I'll fish the marked up areas more, catch more fish there. Just drifting with popping corks and live shrimp, catching mixed bags of drum, reds, and trout. And if y'all are after those big trout, get up tight to the shore, put your waders on. It's that time of year, the water temperatures are dropping with every passing cold front. And we're getting more and more of those big trout showing up, putting on their winter weight down here on the King Ranch shoreline, throwing those corkies, the paddle tails. It's not cold enough to throw a topwater. It's not too cold to throw a topwater yet, so still chunk those topwaters, broken backs, gold spoons for the redfish, and corkies and paddle tails for the big trout. Over here, just south of Pure Oil Channel, been seeing a lot of birds working in this area, finding good pods of bait up and down the channel on that west drop off. Power pole down in here on a strong north wind the other day, caught a couple of bull reds. Also caught some keeper trout, couple of slot reds, and couple of black drum. Just kind of moving through here, hitting the sand pockets on the edge. The water was real murked up. Current was cranking through there real fast. But we're still able to put a box of fish together, just kind of working around the birds. And I wasn't even in the birds all the way. I kind of just, as they would move, I would move. And the way I knew there was bait there is I just looked on my down scan and I could see it light up as I went through. And as I saw it, I would power pull down, throw a couple of corks out, throw some baits on the bottom, and catch some fish. Over here, just north of Pure Oil, been finding some fish. Mainly reds, couple of drum, a few scattered trout here and there. But, as those tides fluctuate from high to low, when the tides are up, I'm up in the flat, drifting some of this dirty water. When they drop back down, I'm fishing this channel right here, Hotel Channel. Sometimes on the real windy days, when that cold wind's blowing, north wind's blowing, I'll just power pull down right here and throw into that deeper water and just catch reds, trout, drum, whatever's in the channel. Sometimes pick up a few sheephead. Over here around Point of Rocks area, Cathead, some people call it, we've been catching good numbers of trout, drum, a few scattered in redfish. But this pattern is going to hold throughout the winter time. This area always is good, pretty much all the way through February. But with the current weather pattern that we're in, with the cold fronts coming through, more frequent now, cooler temperatures, this is going to be a good spot to hit as you come down into Baffin. When that north wind blows coming through Compuerta, it pushes a lot of water through here, and what it does is it comes down this shoreline. I'll get up tight to the shore and I'll drift out, stay in the 2 to 3 foot of water, and with a high tide you can drift right over the rocks. And if the tide's low, just stop before the rocks, run back around, make another drift. Now there's a lot of wade fishermen in here, so you kind of got to be respectful. Don't run through anybody's wade. Just come out here into the muddy water, run all the way down, come back around to everybody who's fishing, and then start your drift again way up in here. Cover that water, try to execute this drift as best you can and stay out of people's way. Use your trolling motor and your power pole both. Over here around East Clayburg Point, we've been doing good on the drum and the trout both, occasional redfish. What I do is I run down the back side of the tide gauge, and when I come over to about right here, there's a little pier and a windmill. You can shut down and then just use your trolling motor to get up tight to the rocks, because usually on that north wind this is a little bit protected. If you run the Rivera channel, you run into the wind being a issue. But if you've got a bigger boat and you don't mind the run, you can come in this way and fish the edge of the rocks, throw your popping corks up around the edges with live shrimp, or just put a shrimp on the bottom with about a ½ ounce egg weight. And usually the bottom rigs catch more drum and the corks catch more trout.
Captain Grant Coppin, thanks for watching.